There we are. We're up and running. So we're going to get started in 5 minutes, but I just wanted to come on to Instagram, TikTok, come out to the platforms and get everybody hyped up and ready to go. All right. This is a new way to do vision boarding. And the typical way is all about a big piece of cardboard, um, some magazine cutouts, and then really thinking about those images and then have it in front of you so you could actually see it. What ends up happening though, the reality is we'll create it, put it somewhere, forget it, or it becomes part of the background, right? Just like that amazing piece of art that maybe you got. Hey Jamie, how's it going? Maybe like that amazing piece of art that once excited you, right? And you put it, in your living room, and then maybe after 2 months or 3 months, you just walk by it, and it's like no big deal. It's just part of your background. So that's something we don't want to happen with your vision board, all right? And that's why I'm giving you a new way to do your 2021 vision board. And also, we're going to throw in some manifestation techniques because I've been experimenting with manifestation for quite a while. And just to give you a little bit of background, I started on TikTok. Some of you are here through TikTok. Started on TikTok in 2019, threw a couple of videos up, didn't understand it, had no idea what TikTok was. Got excited because I got 300 views and then just left it alone. Fast forward a year later to October of this year, a few months ago. And hey, Jamie, I was just thinking of the same thing about my vision boards. Yeah. So think back to October a few months ago, and I really got serious with TikTok, and then I was like, you know what? Let me manifest some followers, right? And I have the numbers down. I have the numbers down. I started with like 20 followers, right? Even though I had this account for a year, 20 followers, and in October, I think I was like at 25. And then in November, I hit 193, right? And so I was like, let me manifest. And I started using these manifestation techniques and these manifestation tools. And all of a sudden, it was like one of my videos like started getting traction. And I put a lot of intent behind it. There was energy behind it, right? And then that video garnered me like 100 people, 200, 300, 400. And I was like, oh my God, 400 people, right? So I kept on with the manifestation work. And I said, 2 weeks ago, I said that my goal was to have 2,500 people on followers on TikTok, because it's still a new account, have at least 2,500 followers on TikTok by December 31st, midnight. Well, I hit that like last week, right? So a week into it, I hit that number. So then I upped it. So now I'm like, all right, let me hit 3,000. So and I made that declaration 2 days ago. And so I'm currently at like 2850, right? So you guys can start to see how this manifestation stuff works. And it's not, a lot of magical thinking, hoity toity. It's about being intentional. It's about really coming and bringing it, right? Um, and so that's what I want to, have you consider as you go into 2021 is how to create that vision and then actually manifest it. Okay. And those of you who actually signed up for this are going to get a free gift from me. Um, and so I'm really, really excited to present that to you later on in the presentation. It is going to be a quick, fast presentation, 30 minutes. It's already 10:30, so we're actually going to get started right now. Who's on, who's not, it is what it is. Here we go. We got one person in so far. So if you see me going this way and then you see me going this way, I'm multicasting, right? Multi-streaming. So I have my Zoom on, and then I have, you know, you guys over here. So if I'm switching back and forth, that's what's happening. And let me put this there. Jessica, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. I had the headphones on.
I thought it was on mute. I'm sorry.
No, I had my headphones on, so I couldn't hear what you were saying because I'm doing the thing that I tell people not to do, which is do 6 things at once, right? So I'm casting on Zoom over here, and then I'm casting on, um, I was going to say MTV. Look at that. I'm casting on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter on this side over here, right? And I love all of y'all. So we're going to get started. It's already 10:31. Who's here? Who's here? And now this is going to be the challenging part, right? I'm going to share my screen with the people on Zoom. And what there is for me to do is actually figure out a way to share with you guys. And I'm going to hit record because I always record connecting to the server. Okay, it's recording. I always record so I can go back and like review my work, right? So the challenge is, can you guys over here hear me? The challenge is to get you guys to see the presentation as well. So let me see, do I flip the camera? You cannot flip the camera on here. All right, so here we go. Vision board. You guys on Instagram are getting kind of the hot glue version. All right. I don't have anything to stand this on. Hold on, guys. We're gonna work this out just fine. In the meantime, here we go. There it is. And I'm hoping you guys can see it and not see it backwards. All right. Let me know if you can see it. And it's more about what I'm about to say than the visuals, but the people on Zoom get the super cool visuals. Okay, so Jessica, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. So creating your 2021 newly. We're going to create a vision board like none before. Usually vision boards, when we do these, we're thinking, a big piece of paper, a lot of magazine cutouts, tape, glue, all of that. Well, that's great and I love it and I'm still going to do one. Don't get me wrong. I'm still going to make one of those. But I'm going to present to you a new way to vision board. And we're going to include some manifestation techniques. We're going to include some, like visualization techniques and all of this. And our goal is to get out of here by 11. All right. And not to rush you guys, but we got things to do. We're bosses, right? So here we go. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to let me see. I want you to just, everyone who's on right now, just close your eyes. Close your eyes. My energy's a little erratic right now because I'm super excited. So I need to calm down. So close your eyes and just feel where your energy is right now. Where's your energy? Are you preoccupied? Are you worried? Is there a little bit of anxiety about the future? Is there some regret about the past? I want you to just grab all of that. Grab all that you're going through, all that you're feeling. And if you can, imagine rolling it up into like a little ball. Okay? So roll it all up into a little ball, a little tiny, and you squish it down. Squish it, squish it, squish it, squish it down to a little ball. And then I just want you to place it to the side. Place it to your left, right there. Once we're done with this presentation, you guys can get the ball, pump it back up to its regular size, and let all that out again. Okay, but for right now, squish it back down, put it to the side, and it's all right there for you. Okay? So right now, I want you to think calm. I want you to think big. I want you to think excitement. And I want you to think blissful. I want you to think blissful. And now I want you to think that you've walked into this possibility tank, right? Back in the day, and I'm aging myself, there used to be these game shows where people would step into this booth. It would look like a telephone booth. They would step into this booth and then they would start pumping out dollar bills. And the person would just have to start reaching and grabbing for all this money, right? And then just grab onto it. And then whatever they grabbed, they could walk away with. So I'm going to call that our possibility booth. So I want you to step in to your personal possibility booth right now. And I want you to envision, close your eyes, there you are, your grubby little hands are ready to reach. And I'm going to start throwing words out there. And the first word that you see or that you envision that excites you or lights you up, just grab it. Grab it and hold on to it. Okay? So here we are. We're stepping into the booth, the possibility booth. It's loading up. All right. You start seeing all, a little bit of wind. Your hair's blowing a little bit. All right. Sexy J-Lo hair, Beyonce hair blowing. And all of a sudden, here we go. Motivation, inspiration, joy, bliss, excitement, compassion, kindness. Start grabbing what's calling you. All right. Um, Bold, brave, courageous, inspired, joyful, bliss, kindness, friendships, relationships, love, passion, juicy. All right. Now, I'm going to leave you in your booth a little bit longer because maybe a word didn't pop up. I want you to create your own word. All right. I'm going to give you a couple of few seconds. How many people do we got over here? How many of you got your word? And your word could be bliss, joyful, inspired, motivated. All right. Who wants to share? You guys type it into the chat. Who has your word? What's your word? Patty. Patty, how are you? Um, it's reading the right way. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jamie. It's reading the right way. Okay. I have no idea which way this is going. Okay, joyful. Thank you. Okay, we got joyful. Who else? Um, who else has their word? Joyful. Hey, Patty. Patty. Sorry. So excited. Guys, do you know who Patty is? Patty is like this superstar famous chef. And she came over to our apartment. I manifested her. And she shoots a cooking show. It's a Mexican cooking show. And she travels to Mexico. All the fabulous places to Mexico. And not the touristy part. Not that she avoids them. But she goes like deep inside. And then she goes and like hangs with the people, gets really in there with their cuisine, and then comes back, shows it to us, and then comes back to her place in DC and then cooks up a version of it, right? And she actually came to our apartment and she filmed a little segment here with me, German, and a couple of friends. So Badi's like an amazing, super, in my mind, super close friend of mine. So thank you, Badi, for joining us. And her show's on Amazon, so make sure and catch it. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Patty's Mexican Table. So we got the words are bountiful. That's my dream, Jamie. So Jamie, put that in your vision. Okay, so hold on to that. See, Patty, you're already like encouraging and inspiring people on this cast. We got bountiful. We got Zoom is giving words. Motivated. Okay, great. Now that you have your word, this word, I want this word to light you up. This is going to be your word. We're not going to clutter this vision board. We're going to keep it very simple. All right. And this is going to be your creation statement. So with your word, whether it's inspiration, motivation, bliss, joy, I want you to create a statement, a creation statement that you're going to center everything around. So for example, if my word was bliss, my statement might be, I am creating bliss. I am creating an abundance of bliss in 2021. I am creating an abundance of bliss for 2021. So write that down. So what's your creation statement for 2021 using your word? If yours is bountiful, I am creating abundance, bountifulness, and joy for 2021. Okay? Inspiration, I will have limitless inspiration in 2021. Create your statement. Create it right now. Took me a while. Inspired. Okay, Jessica, I got it. You're inspired. Love it. Now that you have your word and you've created your creation statement, all right, next what we're going to do is this is the next step in creating your 2021 vision board the new way is we create from a future fulfilled and then we unfold, right? What does that mean? That means old way of vision boarding is let's say in fitness, we'd see a fit model, we throw her, tape her up to the board, we see a couple of dumbbells, we glue them to the side of the girl, right? We see a size 0 dress, we cut her out and we throw her up there. That's great. That's a great vision. But I want you to actually make statements. You see, when you make a statement, you're declaring, you're putting a stake in the ground, right? So imagine getting married and imagine the vows. This set of couple, their vows are, I promise, I vow to um, always be there, and I vow to make you smile. That's great. That's wonderful. Now, listen to these other vows. I vow that when you're sick, I will be there to make you soup. I vow that when we're struggling financially, we will be calm and joyful to figure this out together. Do you see? One is a little bit more clarified and clear and actually gives you a path to create it, right? So that's what we're going to do. We're actually going to create the future because you're going to claim your stake to that goal and then unfold. And some of you right now are like, I'm confused. I don't get it. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to clarify itself here in the next one, right? So I want you to consider for this new vision, right? And what you need right now is a big piece of paper or even a small one, a piece of paper and a pen, pencils, color markers, whatever you have at hand. And I want you to consider there's 7 pillars that I want you to create inside your vision, right? And these pillars, again, just be with me. Don't, Mildred, I know you're like freaking out, okay? I know you, girl. Just be with me. There's 7 pillars for 2021. The spiritual pillar, mental health, physical, mindset, relationships, financial, and risk taking. Oh my God, how many of you just like freaked out that I said that? These are the 7 areas that you're going to have in your vision board: spiritual, mental health, physical, mindset, relationships, financial, and risk taking. Okay? So you're going to grab that piece of paper right now. Any questions? Let me see. I'm seeing so I am freaking out. My mind is going everywhere. Mildred, stop it. I love you, Mildred. Jamie using Canva. Oh, Jamie's fancy. All right. I want to see some of these boards when you ladies are done with them. Okay. So I know Mildred. Mildred, I used to coach Mildred back in the day. So she and I have like a beautiful love affair. Gratitude, love it. Okay, so make sure that you create your creation statement, right? So I will have an abundance of gratitude in everything I do, everything I see, everything I touch in 2021. Okay, that's your creation statement. These are your 7 pillars. So now, in that piece of paper that you have, you're gonna have a big circle. Just draw a big circle. In that circle goes your creation statement. So for me, I will create an abundance of bliss in 2021. And that's going to go in my circle. Okay? So I'm going to give you a little bit of time. I'm going to give you a little bit of time. So write your statement in there. Then, once your statement is written, you're going to do 7 lines that stick out of that statement, stick out of that circle. Okay? That makes sense? You're going to have 7 lines. I may not have gratitude for you. My statement is above. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I need them again. Girl, calm down, Mildred. I got you. I got you. I got you. We're gonna cover them again. Here are the 7 sticks, the 7 lines. Stick them out of your circle. Remember, your mission statement, your creation statement for 2021 goes in the middle. Why does it go in the middle? Because everything you put around it is gonna come back to this statement. Do you guys get that? Everything's going to come back to this statement. So no matter what I put into spiritual, mental, mindset, physical, financial, risk taking, doesn't matter. Does it line up with I am creating an abundance of bliss for 2021? That's the focus I want you to be, that I want you to have. Okay, here they are again: spiritual, mental health, physical, mindset, relationships, financial, and risk taking. And I'll leave this up here. Okay? I'm going to leave this up here just for a second because now I am going to actually give you an example of what this will look like. All right. So I'm going to leave you hanging out there for a second. Okay. Now that you have labeled each category, underneath them, right underneath, is everybody clear? Your mission statement goes on the top, in the middle, and then all these 7 branches come out of it. And they all will end up connecting to your creation statement. Okay? So now what I'm going to give you time to do is you're going to fill these out. You're going to fill out at least 2 for each category, just little bullet points, right? Little bullet points. So for example, under my spiritual, I'm going to meditate at least 3 times a week. And then I'm also going to manifest daily. So those are my two things that I'm going to put under spiritual, right? So it's 2 bullet points. Meditate at least 3 times a week and manifest daily. Under mental health, give me 1 second. There we go. Thank you, Wanda. I was just going to go mute you. Okay. Under mental health, I'm putting take daily breaks. And I'm also going to put take walks at least 3 times a week and read at least 3 times a week. So you start getting the point. These are things, these are goals, these are the declarations, these are the statements that you're saying that in this category in your life, this is what you're vowing to do these things. These are your goals. These are your declarations. Under physical, I'm gonna eat whole foods at least twice a week. I still gotta get my burgers and nuggets. All right. You also want to be realistic. Okay. So I want to eat whole foods at least twice a week. Work out Walk. Sorry, I ain't working out. The gyms are closed. Walk at least 3 times a week. And who knows, maybe I'll throw in some push ups and some sit ups, right? But physical, again, being realistic, physical, walk at least 3 times a week. That I can do. And the great thing about it is, like, when I go for my walks, I can usually manifest or I can meditate or I can be listening to an audiobook. So you're starting to see how all these things connect. I don't want you to set your life up for this crazy, crazy plan that's going to stress you out, right? You should be able to look at this and get excited. You should be able to look at this and be like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's right. I'm off a little bit in my spirituality. What did I say I was going to do? Oh, yeah, meditate at least 3 times a week. Oh, yeah, manifest daily. You guys get that? So this is not like a major to-do list that's going to bring you anxiety, that's going to, you're going to be avoiding looking at this. No, this is the source of your creation statement. I am creating abundance of bliss in 2021, right? All right. So who wants to share some of the things that they're creating, that they're writing in there? Okay. Suki. Oh my God, Suki. All right. So Suki is the hottest TV host that I know. Um, she has. I met Suki several years ago. She was the host. She was the news anchor on Pix 11 News, and we started hanging out virtually. And we've just like been in a love affair ever since. I love you, Suki. Thanks for popping in. And now she's a host of her own TV show. Because she was born to be on camera. She just really, really was. All right. Who wants to share? What are some of the subcategories that you're writing in there? Right? Under mindset. And listen, you're not going to have time to finish them all here, but I want you to at least have had an idea of how to create this. All right? Let me give you another one under mindset. All right. Mindset is talk to my cheer squad at least once a week. My cheer squad are people that cheer me on, that rally for me, that keep it real with me. All right. I've got 3 people in my cheer squad. So that's 3 phone calls at least once a week. All right. Under mindset, be present with the people I'm with. So, like, if I'm hanging out with German, if I'm on a call with someone, not to be, on my phone, on Facebook while I'm on the call, right? Be present with them. Relationships, going on weekly dates. German and I, before the pandemic, we used to go on weekly dates. We would have Tuesday date day. So every Tuesday at 9 a.m., we would leave Brooklyn, head into the city, and just walk around. We'd have breakfast there, have lunch there, and then we'd head back. Like that was our sacred days. And we love it because usually people do date night. Date night is like so 1977, right? So date day was like really a way to be like see the city alive with people like just doing their thing. Financial. All right, let's just talk a little bit of financial. Financial, I want you to really put a claim your stake in the ground. How much are you claiming you're going to make this year, right? I'm claiming 350K. 350K, and I'm breaking that up into quarters, right? So it's not a heaviness to it, right? So financially, 350K for the year by December 31. And I'm manifesting this the exact same way I manifested my TikTok followers. And we're going to get to that manifestation here in a minute, all right? Um, Also, financial is I'm going to have this up, I'm going to maintain my abundance mindset, all right? So now that you guys have some of those physical, eat online when I'm hungry, eat healthier, and work out perfect. Meditation daily and manifest daily for spiritual. Love it. See, you guys, you're totally getting it. Now, let me give you, I'm going to stop sharing really quick, and I'm going to give you myself now. Okay? I'm going to give you the technique that I've been using in order to manifest all this greatness in my life. Hey, Wanda. So it's called the 369 method. Oh, and I'm just realizing that I have 80s prom queen hair, so just forgive me for that right now, right? Wanda, you better be nice to me. So Wanda's like, yeah, that looks like a 1980s pretty in pink hair if I ever did see it. I know. Okay. So let me give you the magic formula. It's called the 369 method. And some of you may already be familiar with it. But let me just show you what it looks like. The 369 method is, where's my notebook? Here it is. Was really invented and created and thought up by Nikolai Tesla, right? And so he really felt that the numbers 3, 6, and 9 held a really high frequency. So what you're going to do is totally ducky. What you're going to do is you're going to use the 369 method in order to manifest everything on your vision board. Okay? And how you do this is, and be selective, right? It would be impossible to do every single one of them. But out of everything that you write down, pick your top 1 or 2 goals that you're like, it might be financial, right? I'm going to create 350,000 this year. So using the 369 method, all right, you're actually going to, when you wake up, write that statement down 3 times in the morning. Then you're gonna write it down at noon. You're gonna write it down 6 times, and then before you go to bed, you're gonna write it down 9 times. And what you're gonna vision is Bart Simpson at the chalkboard, just writing these statements over and over again. But there's a frequency that you're tapping into. There's something that you're creating that you're actually putting thought into it, and you're fueling it. You're fueling the goal, you're fueling accomplishing the goal by holding that thought. Let me see. By holding that thought for 17 seconds. All right. So, for example, here's mine. I've been doing this, right? So, in the morning, 3 times, and then at lunchtime, 6 times, and then in the evening, 9 times. right? It's that one statement that I really, really want to manifest. And could you do it with all 63 goals that you have? Absolutely, but then you're going to spend all day writing, all right? And there's nothing wrong with that, but let's be realistic, right? So, out of all the goals that you have, your vision for 2021, and it could be your vision statement. Maybe that's what you write over and over again because that's what's fueling everything else, right? So if I write I am creating an abundance of bliss in 2021, then that's going to happen. So again, the 3-6-9 method is 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, nine times in the evening. Okay? Now, I'm going to get back to sharing because we're almost done and I'm almost out of time. Because I told you, ladies, we would be out of here on time. Because you're all bosses. All right, any questions that you have, put them in the chat. What questions do you have? I write a lot. Oh, yeah, great. Oh, did I? I'm sorry. I'm not sure that I showed the Instagram folks, right? So here's my manifestation. Is 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and then 9 times at night, right? So what you're doing is that you're really charging that thought with a higher frequency. Because when you think of something for about 17 seconds, you supercharge that thought and you put it out to the universe and then you start attracting it. So I want you to be really careful about some of the negative things that you're thinking. Because if you're thinking anxiety thoughts, if you're thinking procrastination thoughts, if you're thinking stuff that doesn't really serve you and it's longer than 17 seconds, it's no wonder why you're attracting more of that, right? I don't want to gain weight. I don't want to gain weight. I don't want to gain weight. You're walking down the mall. You see the Cinnabon. Oh no, I got to avoid the Cinnabon. Got to avoid the. If you've thought about that for over 17 seconds, girlfriend, you might as well just get it and get the extra plus size because you're going to come home and snack on something that's not healthy because you've already supercharged it, right? So the 3-6-9 method allows you to use the manifestation supercharging energy into to harness it for what you really want, okay? So, let me see. We have somebody with a question. Do you change the thought daily? No. It's that one goal until you manifest it. And then once it's manifested, then you switch to another goal. That's a great question, Wanda, right? So in my notebook, I still have not manifested. I've yet to manifest the thing. So I'm going to keep doing it until it manifests. And once it does, poof, you go on to the next one. All right? So your goals, your vision, your declarations. I'm going to give you some numbers, and some of you are going to freak out because these are amazing. Okay? When you write your goals down and you set a date next to them, so I had you guys write statements, declarations, right? You put your stake in the ground. I will make $350,000. You notice I said by December 31st, 2021. When you write a goal and you put a due date, you're 40% more likely to achieve it. So just writing it down means nothing. Hello, marriages, vows, you know? But if you put an actual due date next to it, science shows, research shows that you're 40% more likely to achieve it. If you plan them out, you're 50% more likely to achieve it. So if I'm sitting here thinking I'm going to make $350,000 this year and then that's it, no, I got to plan it. How am I going to make that 350? Oh, I'm going to have 5 different launches. I'm gonna, charge this amount. So then I have to get 10 people in each launch. If I'm charging $5,000 per person, and how many? So let's do the math. Oh, my calculator is on my phone. Anyway, you get the idea, right? So if I'm gonna charge $5,000 per person, and I'm gonna have 10 launches, how many people do I need to get in each launch to make $350,000? See, so I'm planning it out. And I'm putting dates next to each one of them. You guys get that? Like, you just can't randomly say stuff. So already there's a new energy around this, right? The third thing is I want you to commit to someone. So maybe it's someone that you invited to be on this with you. Maybe it's your BFF. Maybe it's, a friend of yours. Share with them, hey, this is what I'm creating for next year. Here's the goal. Here's the due date, right? The fourth thing is set an appointment to actually get this done. So what that looks like, when you commit to someone, your chances of accomplishing that goal increase by 65%. When you create an appointment, so Mildred, let's me and you get together on Friday and I'm going to work on my launch and then you work on whatever goal it is. When we do that, whether it's on a phone call or Zoom, our chances of accomplishing that goal goes up to 95%. I want you to be there. I want you to be there with me. It shoots up to 95%. So that brings me, I want to invite all of you to Project Pineapple. Project Pineapple is a virtual community for purpose-driven individuals to get shit done, right? So who wants a slice? What this looks like is what I just said. We're all going to hop on a Zoom call on a Friday from 11 to 12, and we're going to work on our goals. We don't have to talk. You don't have to see me. We can turn the camera off, but you're in a space with other people working on their goals, feeding off that frequency, feeding off that energy. So I created this whole new agenda, this whole new project called Project Pineapple. So if you're interested, just email me, nando@nandoism.com. We're running a pilot program of this starting in 2 weeks. So if you're interested in participating, absolutely free, we just ask for some feedback, hit me up. Project Pineapple, we're looking for moms, we're looking for entrepreneurs, we're looking for, domestic engineers. We're looking for anyone and everyone who wants to get shit done, but can't seem to sit down and get it done. So we become your accountability partner and we provide that space for you. Okay? And lastly, make sure you connect with me on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram. I want to see your vision board. So once you create them, post them somewhere. Tag me, whether it's on Facebook, TikTok, uh, just I want to see these. Or if you just want to email them to me, right? Nando@nandoism.com. And that's it. Like, that's your new way to create your vision for 2021. All right? So I'll stay on just a few more minutes longer for anyone. If you've got to go, you got to go. But I'm here to answer questions. Are you sharing the PowerPoint? Yeah, if you want it, I'll totally share it. You both want it? Okay, great. Jessica, do you want it? I'll totally send it out. Um, so I'm here. Yes, please. Okay, got it. So who wants to chat with me? Like, actually hear your voice. October. And if you got to go, you got to go. It's 11:03. I went over. I apologize. But yeah, tell me what you think. What are your thoughts? What are your questions that you have on this way of doing vision boarding?
So I have a question. Hi, Nando.
Hi.
What happens if your salary like let's say your goal is higher? How are you supposed to make that extra?
Yeah. So when you have only one source of income, you're kind of screwed. So what I'm going to say is, how do you create a second? How do you create a second source of income? So what that looks like is, you know, what can you like? We all have superpowers. We all have these talents. We're all creative. Somebody could give good advice. Start charging for that. Someone can make these cute little knitted little booties for dogs. Start putting those on Etsy. When you have only one source of income, you're basically capping yourself. So for me, for example, I have Project Pineapple that we're about to launch. That's one source. I have my coaching. That's another source. I have online courses. That's a third source, right? And I got my husband. That's a fourth. But that really doesn't count. But I got three sources of income, but I'm always looking for ways to create more and doing it in a smart way. So my online courses, I don't have to do anything. They're just selling on their own because people are just watching my courses on and on and on, right? And so my coaching, I do two sources of them. I do one-on-one coaching, but then also do group coaching like this. So one of my group coaching programs looks exactly like this. I hop on, the ladies are on, and this way I'm coaching 5 to 10 ladies at one shot and not 10 different hours of my time. So it's about different sources of income, but doing it in a way where it's smart. So what's going to come up for you is, well, I don't have talents, or I don't have anything that I can sell. I don't have. So my thing to you is, start having conversations with people who love you and asking them, hey, what do I have to offer people that you think people would, be interested in? And because sometimes we don't see our own talents the way other people see our talents. you know? Mildred is an amazing project manager, whether she realizes it or not, right? So Mildred can actually hire herself out to manage different projects. She can go onto Fiverr, create an account, and literally start getting hired to manage because she's organized, she's bossy, she like does not back down, right, when things need to be done. That is her, and that's a superpower. And we need people like that, right? Actually, Mildred, I'm gonna call you because I need someone for Project Pineapple, and I want to see who you know that would be interested.
I'm in. I was gonna text you.
You're okay. Well, that's the pilot. I want you to be in Project Pineapple, like be part of the team.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll text you differently. All right, I'll text you me. So Jamie, you want to be part of the pilot or the team? Text me. Okay, this is so exciting. Because the pilot program is we're actually going to bring people together so they can get their work done. That's basically it. So imagine this setup right here, and I'm looking at the Zoom ladies. Imagine this setup right here, and it's 11 a.m. and we start. And I say, Mildred, what are you going to work on? Oh, I'm going to work on my agenda for my new project for the first hour. Okay, Jessica, what are you going to work on? Oh, I'm going to work on, you know, creating my budget, and I'm going to work on that I'm going to work on my 2021 financial budget for the household. Okay, great. Wanda, what are you going to work on? Oh, I'm going to work on 3 ways to create passive income this year. Okay, great. So now we turn the camera off, we turn the mic off, but we're still here. Or you can leave the camera on, you just go on mute, and then you start working. You do your work. And then we come back on, we check in about 30, 45 minutes later. Mildred, how's it going for you? Jessica, let's all stand up, let's do a stretch. So we're actually providing the space for you to get your work done with other people that are also there to get their work done. So we're feeding off of the energy. We're like totally putting out that high frequency wave. And guess what happens usually? You get it done. You actually get it done. Versus, oh, today I think I'm going to do this and do that. And then you end up watching Selena series on Netflix. Okay? So I'm going to reach out, Jamie, I'll reach out to you, Mildred, reach out to you about Project Pineapple, but that's it. Sounds like a great opportunity to find a hobby you enjoy and make cash from that. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what's big on Etsy? FYI. What's huge on Etsy is printables. And what I mean, I said printables, not edibles. Printables are when, let's say you give people food for thought. So you might want to create a worksheet that says, you know, um, today I will, and then you put a line so they can fill it out. And I will think positively, but also, and you put a line, right? So basically, you're giving people worksheets, and they can print them at home, and you can charge like 99 cents per worksheet, and you create a bundle, right? So maybe you create 10 of them, and for the 10, you charge $5, right? So then you start putting out on your social media, hey, I just created a bundle of positivity worksheets. Go download them on Etsy. They're at my Etsy store. So you see, there's always ways of doing something. Maybe you draw. So people are always looking for coloring books. So you create, a star, a ball, a box, a stocking, whatever it is. All right. So, yeah. All right, guys, ladies, it's 11:09. I want to allow you to get back to your lives, but thank you so much for spending this time with me. I had so much fun. This is a new way to vision board. Remember the 369 method. That's truly going to accelerate what you're up to. All right. And if you have anything, what happens when you give Mildred advice and she doesn't listen? Girl, let me tell you, I've worked with Mildred. Mildred, I love you so much. Everybody have a great 2021. I want to see your vision. I want to see your vision boards. Okay, your new vision boards, due dates, all of that. You practicing your 369 technology, methodology. And if you need anything, reach out. Those of you who signed up, who registered, pre-registered, you're going to get something from me a little bit extra. Okay? So just be prepared for that. Have a great day, and I will see you around. Thank you.